Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, LinkedIn Live channel and Facebook channel. Today we are live with Manish Balani. He is a welcome to our channel
Thank you, Sandeep.
and welcome all the viewers. Thank you for joining us on the Sunday morning. Today, being a Sunday, we thought we can take a very important lecture. How is networking and marketing important for our profession and for growth? So first, let me introduce Manish, and then we can ask the questions to him. Means he is also very expert in marketing. Let me give you his credentials, and then you will understand that why he is on our platform for sharing such an important topic. That how can we grow with the help of marketing and networking? So let me introduce him. He's a presently heading GST department at Vienna Network. That the company is GSP, ASP, and Say GST compliance software. They are the largest GSP in the ecosystem, and they are the SAP certified GSP. He is a qualified CA with 10 years of experience. Plus, um, he is heading business heads of the network. Welcome to our channel, Manish.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Sandeep, for the introduction. Uh, I'll give a brief introduction about myself.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've given an introduction, but I'll give another round of brief introduction about myself. So, I presently head the GST department at Vina Network. So, Vina Network has two businesses. One is the supply chain financing business, and we are the largest supply chain financing network in India. We have done more than $7 billion of invoice financing till now. We are also an GSP, and I take care of the GSP department at Vina. We are probably the largest GSP in India in terms of the API throughputs that we give to the GST network. We are also having an ASP with the name of Sahi GST, and we provide APIs to all the ASPs as a business. Right? Uh, we have done more than 1.5 billion API calls up till now in past 3.5, in fact 4 years, and by now we are proudly the largest GSP in the country. Uh, uh, Giving introduction about myself, I have been into. I did my CA in 2011, and it's been 10 years of my journey. Apart from being a CA, I really do not do anything which is typically done by a CA. I am into marketing, sales, and business development. So yeah, that's basically my introduction. I was also recently featured by LinkedIn in their TV commercial, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So that's why it means we have thought that we should call you. That you have featured in LinkedIn ads also, and you are heading a marketing department, business head department, such a large organization. So it would be a great to have you. So let's come to the straight to the point. And it's a Sunday morning, and you have tough questions to answer. So let's see. Matlab, let's start the session.
Sure.
What's the difference between marketing and networking? Or whether there is a difference or not.
See, marketing is a very cliche word, right? Everybody use this word marketing, and but now networking and marketing. There's this one single point of difference between networking and marketing. Networking is a part of marketing, right? Networking cannot be seen separately from marketing, right? If you're doing networking, then that means you're doing some kind of a marketing. Marketing is a very holistic word, while networking is a part of that entire holistic approach that you're taking. Now, networking would include probably you going to a trade seminar, you're going to you doing a one-to-one interaction with somebody. That's called networking, right? You are very active on social media. That's again a part of networking, right? Marketing includes multiple other things which are paid as well as unpaid tools, right? If we talk about paid tools, there are social media marketing, there's SEO, creating a website, etc. There are multiple other things, right? But then in networking, we are very, very limited, and it's more about one-to-one interaction in networking. And while in marketing, you are catering to a larger audience. That's the typical difference that I consider between marketing and networking.
Okay. Whether it's important for a professional to do marketing and networking.
So if you
Okay.
consider professionals like CA, CSCW, I think there are ethics involved wherein I think marketing cannot be done, right? The paid tools cannot be used. You cannot directly approach a business, right? All these things are there if you consider the ethics part of ICAI, ICSI, and ICWA. But one thing that a CA can do or a CS can do is basically, I can kind of define it into 4 5 steps, right? The first step would be to kind of creating a sound personal brand. And what I mean by sound personal brand is, see, in today's environment, in business environment, everybody is relying on somebody's credentials, right? So, for
Hmm.
example, if you are a startup founder or a business owner or a C-suite executive, right? Everybody first talks about the CA's proven expertise, right? And how do you show that expertise? That expertise can be showed through a personal brand. You have to create a sound personal brand for yourself and for your firm. And this basic and what does this personal brand do? It does four things. One is you are able to acquire clients from all the industries and all the sizes, right? You're not really bothered about a particular industry or a particular size of industry. You are able to acquire clients from all the industries and of all sizes, right? Uh, in personal branding, probably you can become a keynote speaker in trade shows, industry seminars, uh, various professional events that are there, right? You can also collaborate with multiple chartered accountants and lawyers, professionals, and you can expand your presence. Uh, this way, you can also hire better talent for your own firm, right? You can attract better interns, better employees for your firm, and by doing all this you can get involved into paid consulting. You can also mentor young professionals. So all these things help you create a strong personal brand for yourself, and a kind of a thought leadership is built by a chartered accountant, and this can help you in creating a presence, doing networking, and ultimately doing marketing of yours. And by marketing, I do not mean that you go for paid tools, but there are multiple other ways you can do your networking and do your marketing within the purview of the ICAI's guidelines.
Okay. Um, Now let's come to the third question. What do you understand by personal brand building?
Okay. So personal brand is something which you're doing, and everybody knows you for that, right? So if you type Manish Balani, everybody knows that Manish Balani does not do anything related to CA, right? He is an expert in GST. He is a expert in marketing. He understands networking, right? These are three things that my personal brand stands for, right? Sandeep ji, if I Google you, I know that you are an expert in technology or an expert in Excel, right? So that's your personal brand. So
Yeah.
everybody has to create his own personal brand, and that personal brand can be done by multiple things, right? You can write on different forums. You can kind of publish your articles in newspapers, industries magazines, right? There are some ICI magazines also are there, right? So you can also be very active on online forums and social media. You can write specific papers for probably CA Club India, Tax Guru, CS and SAR. There are multiple online communities that are there, right? You can get featured in these communities. You can be very active on social media. Specifically, I'm talking about Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then LinkedIn is my favorite. So obviously LinkedIn also. So
Yeah,
you can
we have
bring your
20,000 followers.
Yes, so you can bring that kind of a thought leadership when you are active on social media platforms, right? So today everybody searches uh, them either on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Google, right? If you're not present there, then you're gone, right? We can take examples of various CAs like CS Rachna Fatke Rana, right? She has a
Yeah.
very good YouTube video with somewhere around 2.72 million subscribers, right? And
Yeah.
she never speaks about her consulting firm that she is running, right? She only talks about the basics of stock market for beginners, etc., right? She's only talking about that. So that's again a very important way of creating a personal brand. Then you can probably uh, have your own site, right? You can have your own site. You are not talking about your business in that site, but you can talk about yourself, right? That's always a one way of doing it. You can have probably a blog. There are multiple CAs that I know that have started their blog, and they're kind of that blog is running into multiples of millions and of views every day, right? Uh, so that's the major step or major way of doing a personal branding of yourself. You can also have your own domain, right? As a chartered accountant, you may possess the knowledge, expertise in various domains, but you should start with one domain. Uh, when I say one domain, you should very specifically targeting GST or very specifically targeting income tax. You should be very specific in your domain, right? You should not be kind of jack of all trades. You should be master of one. That's the way today people want to see everybody. They want an expert and they are ready to pay to that expert. And one thing, probably I'm talking from a marketing or a sales point of view. Everybody is a salesman, in my opinion. If you do not do marketing or sales, you are kind of lagging behind, right? You have to think like a salesman. Probably don't act like a salesman, but think like a salesman. And when I say think like a salesman, you should be just like a salesman creates a buyer persona, right? You can kind of create a buyer persona within your mind, right? You want to what kind of services you are going to pitch, what kind of businesses and startups you are going to pitch, what would be your geographical locations you want to pitch, right? You want clients from that geographical locations, what kind of size of business, what kind of revenue, employee strength, etc., what kind of target you are making, right? And what kind of services they may be looking for. So if you create a buyer persona and start targeting that kind of a buyer through all these above things that I've talked about, creating a personal brand, doing networking, being very active on social media. This will create. So everybody talks about big fours, right? Big fours are very are getting the larger piece of business, and these firms do not get that. Why they are able to get that? Because they have that kind of domain expertise, and they are able to showcase that domain expertise to in front of CFOs and CEOs. So why not you? You can also do that. So that's very important. And the most important thing that I consider is kind of creating content. Create as much content as you want. You can create memes on Instagram. You can create. You can write long posts on Facebook. You can write short posts on LinkedIn. You can write one-liners on Twitter. So everybody should know what you're doing and what kind of value addition you can do, right? And probably by doing all this, you can also build a community. People have their Telegram groups, they have their WhatsApp groups, right? So building a community is also very important. And I think closing lines would be, if you create a personal brand, if you create your brand presence, if you do a buyer persona, uh, if you kind of create a buyer persona, then I think without violating the professional ethics or code of conduct as prescribed by ICAI, you would be able to build a personal brand for yourself.
Okay, nice answer. So to sum up this point, means you are saying that you have to promote what you are doing
Yes,
and you have
and
to engage people.
yes, I think engagement is very important. Until and unless you engage people, and it should not be only about yourself. You should listen to other people. You should listen to their views, and then this would help you in getting more business and creating your own personal brand.
Okay, means it's important to be having a social presence and letting people know what you do, what are your skill sets.
True,
Because
true,
means if someone search me on LinkedIn or Facebook, as rightly mentioned, they will get an expert solution. I'm not doing CA at all, means CA work. It's just automation and Excel automations and trainings.
right,
So yeah,
right,
people should know what Sandeep is doing or what Manish is doing on the
right.
spot. And if people have Google presence, then it can easily they can easily connect you. So second, matlab last next question is that whether how can networking be done while working from home, means currently we cannot go to seminars and everything. So
True.
how can you do networking while you are working from home or no seminars are conducted by any institute or anywhere?
Sure. So I think this is a blessing in disguise for chartered accountants, company secretaries, and cost and work accountants, because now you have the time to create a great digital presence for yourself. Today, at least 58% of world population is there on social media. At least 58% of 7 billion people are on social media. They are actively using social media, right? And the numbers would obviously increase every day. So people use digital platforms for majority of their decisions. So आपको कुछ भी purchase करना हो या कुछ भी sell करना हो, or if you're looking up for something, you are going to have look up that person or look up that service on social media or on Google, right? So as a chartered accountant, you have to have a great digital presence. And if you want to increase your growth rate, having a great digital presence is very, very important. So and for this you'll have to create a digital plan, right? Just like you have a plan for your accounting, you have a plan for your business, you have a plan for your business, uh, you have a plan for your life, right? Similarly, you have to have a digital plan also. You have to create a digital plan that I'll be using so much time in on building my personal brand, so much time on writing stuff, so much time on probably exploring other things. So you have to create a plan and then abide by that plan. And why does this digital presence actually works, right? When you know that your target audience is on the digital medium, then it is easy for them to reach out to you. Uh, and also your reach becomes global, right? Facebook is not really only used in India; it's used globally. Or LinkedIn is not only used in India; it's used globally. So if you have global kind of, you want global kind of clientele, then you should use social media. You should have your digital presence. You should have your website, etc. And again, it's a very, very cost-effective method. Uh, I understand marketing can be very, very cost-effective if you are spending some time on it. So it is a very cost-effective method if you go via social media or have a digital presence. And also, apart from this, people also see you as an authority, right? So I came to know about probably Mr. Abhishek Rajaram through social media, right? And now I know that if I'm stuck on anything related to GST or something related to income tax stuff, so I have to go to him, right? So this is how you create an authority for yourself. And I always say one thing, that if you want to be marketed but 24/7, you have to be present online. So if you are not present online, you are not being marketed but 24/7, and others will take up your chunk because they are present online and they are being marketed 24/7.
Okay, means you are saying that while you are sleeping, you should be marketed. It should
Yes,
be
yes.
automatic. That
Definitely, definitely. So if you posted something today, it would be available. That footprint would be available on the internet for the lifetime, right? So now, if anybody who wants to search for anything, and if your article or if your post comes up, then obviously you have created a brand for yourself. They would tend to read that post, and if they find value in that post, they will come to you. They will reach out to you. And obviously, as a CA, you would not want to reach out to people directly. You would want to do things wherein people would want to reach out to you.
Yeah, means with the help of social media, you can reach your post to 100 people, and then from 100 people might reach you. If in the
Right.
physical networking, you have to go one by one for to everyone. So you will
Exactly.
be able to constrain your resources also. Means in 24 hours, you cannot go to many people.
Exactly. And
That
I think one thing that people tend to kind of miss out is reviews. So, for example, today everybody is a commodity, Sandeep ji. I am a professional, you are a professional, but then we have to understand everybody is a commodity. There are multiple professionals available in the market. There are multiple things that are available in the market. There are multiple cell phones available in the market. Everything is there, but then reviews are very, very important. Just like we read reviews when we purchase anything from Amazon, Google reviews are very important. If you, for example, if you've created your website, right, and the Google reviews are bad, then you're gone, right? I think I have read a study wherein somewhere around 63 or 64% of customers read Google review before opting for services, and these services include any kind of services, whether it
yeah.
is kind of a cleaning services or a chartered accountant services, right?
Hmm.
So whoever wants to take up any kind of services, Google, they will Google you, they will see your services, and they will see how you are rated on Google. So whenever you are satisfying a client with your good services, just ask them to have a Google review written on the website, on the Google. So this will also help you in getting more clients, and also this tends to create a kind of add of professionalism and helps the customer in also creating doing a faster decision making. So that is also very important. So I think I missed out in my previous question about this. So Google review is very, very important.
Okay. Means this will help you. You are saying in previous question that Google review will help you to build your personal branding also very much.
Yes, yes, true.
Okay. Uh, Now, last question: is there any fulfilled plan for acquiring new clients or new firms by doing networking or marketing?
Yes, I think new firms and new clients. I think any new CA firm that gets formed, I think the first business comes from friends and family, right? So friends and family is a very important would say a target audience that you should target. That's very important. And then once you have done some services for friends and families, then you should target on the getting referrals from friends and family. So I'll give you an example, right? So before connecting to your friends and family, you should know who is your target audience, right? You have to make it clear to your friends and families also that what kind of people you are looking to get connected with, what kind of specific sector you are trying to get connected with, what kind of age group you are trying to get connected with. Is there any startup that you want to connect with? Is there any type of industry location that you want to connect with, right? So it becomes easier for your friends and family also to kind of connect you to the right person, right? So the first and foremost thing that a CA firm or any specific firm should do is make a list of your friends and family, right? Then with that list, kind of create another list of people you can contact with the help of those friends and family, right? And after doing all this list making and calling your friends, calling your people for referrals, you have to create a very impressive elevator pitch. And what I mean by elevator pitch is a 10-second or a 15-second pitch about yourself, about your firm, and how you would be doing value addition to their business, right? So a elevator pitch has to be created. Then you have to explain your services to your friends, your families, and then they would try to explain that services to the other people, and then this kind of a network would get created. So explaining your services in detail, what you do, what kind of clients you cater to, is very important. That would set you apart from other chartered accountants, other professionals. So you can also share case studies and kind of stories with them that आज मैंने I kind of got in touch with this client and this was the problem and I was able to solve that problem within probably 10 working hours or 15 working hours, right? So this is very important, and you should also remember that until unless you follow up is the most important thing. I'm talking as a sales guy, but then as I said, everybody is a sales guy. Everybody has to do sales and marketing about their services. So you should know what is the time to call, at what frequency you should call them, and you should make at least 3 to 4 calls every day. Until unless you are doing these number of calls, you are missing out on the opportunities of getting referrals from your family. So that's,
Perfect.
I think, is a very important aspect.
Okay, means
And
you are
not just a minute, and not just getting referrals from probably from your friends and family. You can also get referrals from your clients, right? Uh, uh, I think I in my business, 40% of my business comes from the referral from my clients. So if you're giving good services to your clients, you can get referrals from them also. So getting referrals from friends, families, and your clients, I think that's the first and foremost thing that a new CA firm should do.
perfect. Means as a startup owner, maximum of my clients are referrals only. Means my past seniors of my friends are only there, but they are now at the good position, so it's easy for me to go. And now
Exactly.
whatever business is growing, it's from their referral only. Means it's a promising work what we have done. So based on that only, they are suggesting to their colleague which they worked. Means
True.
that's only way of growing your business. And one more thing, you rightly said that your marketing pitch should be of 10 seconds or 15 seconds. That should be important. Means
Right.
everyone says that see a PPT, it's of 20 page. It's a bullshit. No one is going to
Yes.
see it.
True. True.
If you have 20 seconds to say him, that's it. Client is yours. Everything
Yes.
else comes afterwards. Means on the
Right.
first call itself, client decides whether you have to give the work or not to give the work.
True.
90% of the time, clients decide that work will be given to you or not. 10%
Right.
remains on your commercials and every other thing.
True.
90% decides on your first 30 seconds, what you are
True.
saying and how you are pitching yourself, and
True.
what is your connecting link.
Right.
Means
Right.
connecting link is also important because people
Right.
don't know you. So trusting unknown person is a means a difficult thing. You can say in inverted comma.
So Sandeep one example that I always give is, for example, I have an iPhone, right, and I want to sell that iPhone, right. I go to a market, I go to a kind of a shop, or I go to road and start selling that iPhone.
Hmm.
Will people buy from me? No, because they
No.
don't know me. Sandeep, if you pass by, you will say, "No, I know this guy. If he's selling it, I think I should purchase it because you know that person, right?" So
Hmm.
until unless people know you, they do not buy from you.
Hmm.
Either it's goods or it's this service or it is professional service. So
Yeah,
they should
whatever
know
it
you.
is. Yeah.
They should definitely know you, and you should create. I think you should create your personal brand, and so that they should know you. They can talk to you, and they can avail your services.
Okay. Okay. Nice to have you. Can you sum up the session in few points? What is the personal branding, networking, marketing? How can we grow clients with the help of
Sure.
this? And in the ethical manner of the institute. And for every audience, we are not here to discuss that you have to cross the limits of ICAI guidelines. They are set with the regular and big people. So we follow all the guidelines. If by mistake or by unintentionally we have crossed anything, so we are sorry for that. But yeah, we follow all the guidelines and request to everyone to follow also. Yeah,
True. So these are
everyone.
just this is just basically our viewpoint. Everybody has to kind of apply their own mind, and they have to apply the guidelines that have been set by their respective institutes. So that's very
Yeah,
important. So I think kind of summarizing everything that we have discussed. One, I think, as I said, networking is very important. You have to do networking in various ways, right? Second, I think a creation of your personal brand. You can create a personal brand through your digital presence, through your social media, through your post that you're making. And the third thing that we discussed was how you can create a buyer persona, right? You have to create a persona for what kind of buyer you want, what kind of clients you want. And I think only last we discussed about the kind of referral engine that you can create, right? I would call it as a referral engine. So until unless you get one client from your referral engine, your referral engine is not working, right? So every day at least a client should come to you through your referral engine. So I think summarizing all these things, these 4 or 5 things would help you creating getting more business. And I think I wish luck to everybody so that they can get more business in these turbulent times.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming on Sunday morning on our channel. And it was a great interviewing you. And for the viewers, if you have any problems, you can write us on the chat box, comment box. We both are there to answer all your queries.
Sure.
And please follow all the guidelines of your institutes. Means we are CA, we follow institutes guideline. If you are CS, CMA, whatever professions or degree you have, please follow that guidelines. They are meant to support you. If we crossed anything, we are sorry. It was unintentional. So we follow all the guidelines. And yeah, if you have any problems or any questions you want to ask to Manish, you can write in the comment box. We both read the comments on a regular basis. We will be happy to answer all your queries. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice Sunday.